The lie you've lived unseen, a journey to your true self. Have you ever felt it late at night, when the world is silent and your heart whispers a question you've never dared to speak? Is this really me, or just a mask I've learned to wear? You're not broken. You're not confused. You're awake. That ache beneath your routines, the restless emptiness, it's your soul signaling that you've been living a lie, and it's time to come home. Section 1. The masks you were taught to wear. From childhood, you began collecting approval, first from parents, then teachers, peers, bosses, social media. Each like, each accolade, each subtle nod built a persona. Over time, you started to behave like the applause, shaping your smile, your opinions, even your dreams to please. Carl Jung called this the persona, the social identity we present to the world, but he warned, become too identical with the mask, and you forget who's truly beneath. You may have mastered the performance, but perfected personas can kill the self. How many moments of silence do you fill with your resume, your grades, your credentials, or worse, the roles others assigned you? Is that success or extinction? Section 2. Shadows on the Wall, Plato's Cave, Today. Plato's allegory is over 2,500 years old, yet its echo lives in every screen, in every scroll, in every highlight reel. Prisoners chained in a cave see only shadows on the wall and accept them for truth. They don't know the light exists. But the shadows you watch aren't made by puppet hands, they're made by algorithms, trends, opinions, and curated lives. If someone tries to pull you from that cave, you resist. Because shadows feel safe. The unknown, intimidating. You've mistaken curated image for identity, and now you ask, who am I if the likes disappear? Section 3. Nietzsche's Mirror of Fire. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster." Fight falsehood long enough, and parts of that falsehood begin to wear you. Nietzsche argued that most people adopt false self-images to avoid responsibility. It's easier to follow than to lead, easier to echo than to create, easier to belong than to become. But freedom isn't applause-friendly. Freedom demands accountability. It demands saying no to safety, so you can say yes to authenticity. Section 4. Bonhoeffer's Moral Reckoning. Dietrich Bonhoeffer confronted evil and found that the real danger wasn't Hitler's tyranny, it was widespread stupidity. Citizens who obey without thinking, who comply without conscience. Bonhoeffer refused to live in quiet complicity. He said, "The ultimate test of a moral society is the kind of world it leaves to its children." What he meant, if truth dies in you, it dies in all of us. Are you complicit in your own disempowerment? Have you traded authenticity for comfort? Because every lie you tell yourself dims the world's light, brick by brick. Section 5. The identity crisis you didn't see coming. This isn't about failure. This is an identity crisis most people will never recognize until it's nearly too late. They wake up one day, to accolades, to comforts, to relationships, and realize they succeeded in constructing someone they never truly wanted to be. You're not your job. You're not your trauma. You're not your social media persona. These are surfaces. The real you lives deeper, lives quieter, lives unspoken. Staying silent around those deeper truths is not peace. It is self-erasure. Section 6. Machiavelli and the Cost of Authenticity. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." What he meant, authenticity can cost connection. Truth often costs favor. But deeper than popularity lies integrity. There is freedom beyond being well-liked, freedom that comes with disappointment, with misunderstanding, with isolation. But these are the costs of becoming real, of shedding the mask even if people turn away. The philosopher Alan Watts said, "Waking up to who you are requires letting go of who you imagine yourself to be. This isn't a transformation, it's a reclamation." Section 7. Psychological Insight. Jung's Shadow. Carl Jung believed our unconscious parts, anger, envy, fear, are not our enemies but our teachers. They clamor not because they are wrong, but because they are ignored. Your repressed truths leak through your behavior, your judgments, your restlessness. Until you integrate them, they control you. When was the last time you welcomed your shadow? Not to punish it, but to understand it? Because awareness is the antidote to indoctrination. Section 8. Story. The Withered Tree. Imagine two trees. One grows under the sun, roots reaching deep into nourishing soil. It sheds leaves, endures storms. It thrives in light and darkness. The other grows in a shaded courtyard, protected but starved. It never blooms, never reaches, just stays safe. You might envy the protected tree, but look closer. Its leaves are pale, its branches brittle. True life grows in exposure, in discomfort, in light and shadow. Conclusion: the door you've ignored. There is a door inside you you've walked past countless times. 100 late nights when the noise died down and your heart whispered. You rationalized, you distracted, you avoided. That door doesn't lead to fantasy, it leads you home. Home to the parts you buried, the dreams you silenced, the questions you stopped asking. The lie is comfortable, the truth will likely feel terrifying, but it's the only way out. You can go back to sleep, return to shadows, keep performing for applause, keep living someone else's script, or you can open the door, step into the darkness, meet your confusion, endure the pain of truth. Because on the other side lies something radical, a life unedited, unapologetically yours. A life where the world doesn't mirror your fears, but reflects your emergence. Will you open the door, or will you stay invisible, masked, comfortable, and alone? If you're listening, maybe it's time to stop believing in the shadows and start believing in what's real.